One thing that really brings everyone together at these Young Architect conferences is we draw such a group of people that are truly passionate about having a successful career in the architecture industry. That's what makes our conferences different, is rather than this being some event that you go to collect all of your lunch and learn continuing education units that you have to do once a year, we got people that want to be there. And they're using this as an opportunity to become a better, more successful architect.
This is not an ego game or a power struggle. Of course, we are showing that I've succeeded doing this, and we support that and we celebrate it. But this one is really, this is my weak spots. This is what I'm working through. This is what I went through, and now I'm done. And this is how I got through it. And you could use these tools too, and I'm going to freely share them.
We're talking about topics that really don't get talked about in a lot of other places. We're talking about mental health. We're talking about how to start businesses and entrepreneurship, how to ask for a raise, how to become a great architect. Every morning before we even begin the events, we do meditation and breath work together. We had parties on Zoom, and we used the breakout rooms, and we put people into small groups, and we had all these networking events and brought people together. And using the technology, the Young Architect conferences have been massively successful at helping people network, make more connections, more genuine connections. We have a huge celebration and a ceremony, and I put on this really dorky graduation cap and gown, and I read a speech, and we recite all the names of all the people who have gotten their gold medals and have gotten licensed since the last conference.
Before, I was in survival mode, and now I'm doing things with intention and progressing to what I actually want to do and want to be and how I want to affect the world around me. And this conference gives me the support and the interaction, and also everything that I didn't even know I needed happens in this conference.
Now the Young Architect conferences are happening every 6 months. And the reason we did this is because so much happens in their lives and so quickly. It's almost like a 6-month check-in. How has it gone? Did you do the thing that you said you were going to do at the last conference? I think that itself has been one of the biggest community building exercises, is to let's have them more frequently. It makes it easier for people to stay in touch and to stay active and engaged between these events.
Just the community as a whole. In the architecture world, there isn't something like this at all. Being able to meet people from across the world in this virtual event has been pretty incredible. And every person that you engage with has some relatable story of how much they've put into this, into their profession, into everything that they do for architecture. So there's really dedicated, passionate, like-minded people here.
One of the things that really blows people away about our Young Architect conferences is very frequently someone will attend, and next thing you know, they're up there at the next conference, up on stage, speaking, giving an inspiring talk. I want to hear from someone who is out there doing it and being successful and building something out of nothing and really empowering others. And so all of our speakers, they are members within this community who are not star celebrity architects, and a lot of them aren't even speakers. We have everyone submit their ideas, and the people that we choose to be speakers, we have a whole program where we put them through. It's called our Speaker Development Program. For all the keynote speakers, we coach them, we help them perfect their message, we help our workshop leaders tighten up and dial in their presentation. After having experienced our Speaker Development Program, it really levels up the quality of the content that gets presented at our conferences. One of the things that we always say when it comes to the Young Architect conferences is rather than focusing on the buildings or the architecture, we're really honing in and focusing on the architect and how do we set them up for success.